Hey, this is Egan on King of the Hill Metal A4. Uh, I'm just gonna do a quick kind of overview of this map. It's rather simplistic and kind of boring. Uh, a lot of people felt like the chicken wire fence up here was kind of silly. You probably shouldn't just be able to get up here at all, but you can, and it's kind of silly. The capture point itself is pretty on its own. I mean, literally it is on its own, but it feels like the combat is either on here or it's at the places over here. It's not that doing one of those quick Egan Thought things. Okay, I just saw my name, so I got a little bit distracted. What could be kind of interesting is if you rotated the point from this direction to this direction, and then had like a bridge that extended all the way across mid and maybe even went up a little bit. I'm not really sure about that. Or maybe you could lift up this section up a little bit and then have it go down a little bit and then back up to the heights over here, just to make that a little bit more interesting. And then even this height wouldn't feel too extreme beyond that. The reason to do that is just to get the side routes more involved with mid, you know. So the combat doesn't just exist here and you're shooting at people at a range. You can move up to them at a kind of like, you know, from out of their vision and flank them and get involved and then jump back and then try to hold or something, you know, and that'd be like back here. Maybe if you were going to do that idea where the bridge goes across, you need to widen up this doorway just a little bit. And I'm not really sure about that actually. This is a really weird transition from spawn into here, just because it's not... It kind of really favors this side of the map as opposed to this side of the map, which I guess is interesting because this side is taller and seems to have more stuff on it. Maybe that would be fine, because that idea wouldn't really affect that. I just do kind of worry about how potentially uninteresting the walk through here is. When you look at Viaduct or something, on the way out of spawn, there's like boxes and stairs that you can climb up, sort of like this, but I mean, when every single time that you leave spawn, you're going to try to do some jumps, some crazy jumps to try to jump up something, you know? And this route, because it's so flat and almost minimalistic, before you even arrive at mid, all you've done is like hold the W key. And I know that's a small thing, but it does kind of affect player morale, and people are going to be a bit bored before they even arrive there. So you might want to like maybe instead of having a truck here, or maybe have something like instead of a truck, do like a little stand-up kind of balcony, you know, like this tall or this tall, and then put like a barrel on it or something, just so people can, like, instead of not being able to go through here at all, crouch jump up top of here, maybe walk a bit and then jump down, just so something is there for something for them to do, you know what I mean. I guess in Half-Life 2 they did that a lot, where in every single room, there was always like a box to break or a thing to pick up or something to find, or like something to look for, you know, the explorers of the room. But when you just kind of walk through each and every single room, you get a little bit bored. In TF2 you don't have boxes and ammos and things, but you do have like your jumping ability or your ability to bunny hop above things, you know, and on railings and stuff. And that stuff, I think it does affect how much fun people are having in a map. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say for now. It was a little bit boring. Oh, and the dark lighting was kind of boring, like right in here. Pretty dark, noticeably, and kind of weird. Okay, maybe also you could color some of the... instead of just having gray dev, you can have like red dev, just to add a little bit splashes of color in there. Like this sort of color is good, I guess. It's a little weird that it's blue and red, but you know, something to add more than just gray and yellow would be probably good. Like that looks pretty nice. Except it isn't over there, I guess. Alright, yeah, stuff like that. That's what I mean. Color is nice. Especially even in the light environment, but I guess you're using Upward, and Upward just relies on its sun lighting to make it bloomy and interesting. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. See ya.